Japan has a special place in my heart. Why do you ask? Well, I suppose I grew up with a lot of animated series like Pokemon, etc., as well as playing games on the Nintendo and the Wii that also originate from Japan. I've been to Japan once before, but just for 1.5 days, so now it's time to travel there once more. This journey will turn out to be one of the coolest personal experiences so far. I traveled alongside the crew of Austrian Airlines to Narita in the prefecture of Chiba, and would afterwards go on a journey for a week on my own. Day 1. After arrival, we went to Narita City, where they had a festival going on. Personally, I just love the amount of fictional characters they have in their culture to raise their kids and lift up the spirits. Our next stop would be at the Shrines of the Sun Temple, exploring more of the buildings and shrines that are in the area. And finally finishing off the day with an awesomely delicious portion of sushi, with the night vibes of Narita. Day 2, it's already time to say goodbye to the beloved crew and for me to attend to my journey in Japan all on my own. For the very first time, this is going to be the furthest I've been away from anyone I know, whilst getting around in a foreign country by myself. Slowly the tourists at the airport start to decimate, and soon enough, I'm the last blonde person around. My first stop would be at the central gate of Tokyo Skytree. I figured a good start would be from the view of the highest point in Tokyo. Well, perhaps meeting someone interesting, but first it's time for a quick bite at a local modern bakery. I wish I would be able to share the smell from this place in the video, but unfortunately it will have to wait until you guys can explore it one day. After waiting in line to buy my ticket for the tower, it was time to go up the elevator to the first and second platform of the tower. And behold of the view of a seemingly never-ending city. In the upper part, there's a little gallery for the first movies that were animated that originate from Japan. Movies like Toy Stories and the first Mickey Mouse animations were made here. After my visit at the Sky Tower, I visited the mall below. I found a full-on Pokemon store with almost every Pokemon plush that exists in the Pokédex. I was quite excited, as one may notice.
I guess we're all dying, waiting for the world to lose control.
Time for food. Starting off with a classical chicken rice bowl, and, of course, with 2 sticks. Alright, time to walk to my first Airbnb, while taking the life of Tokyo in. 3 kilometers of walk later.
Hello you guys, welcome to Tokyo. To be more exact, in Sumida City. I'm currently waiting for my Airbnb to be ready, so I'm still with all my stuff here, but I'll see you guys there. Finally made it. Oh god.
After acquiring the code to receive my key, I finally was able to enter the building. To my surprise, the building was way cleaner than I thought. It was a shared living space, so shared living room, shower, and toilet, but a private bed, which was totally fine for the way it was. My only complaint would be my room seemed to be a bit smelly, but that was way better after airing it out.
Alright, I made it to my Airbnb. It was a bit of a hassle getting in here because I haven't received my code yet, so I had to look for local Wi-Fi to get my code. But yeah, here I am. I laid down for half an hour, turned into 1.5 hours sleep, but I feel a bit rested now, so that's fine. But yeah, I'll be heading out to Akihabara now. So we'll see where I'll land.
Time to explore the nightlife of Tokyo, heading to the Technic District of Akihabara. And here we are, Akihabara, the stimulation overload of its most intensive form. I did purchase the new Tears of the Kingdom Zelda game at the time, and a adapter cable for my laptop. But now I'm hungry, time to spot a local ramen place. After that, I went to go look out for a bar, hoping to make some new connections, but it can be quite difficult to make new contacts in Japan, as the culture is prone to be a bit more reserved and have a language barrier. But I figured out my chances would be best at a British pub. And to my surprise, it did work out.
英語あるのべ
Your recommendation?
Your recommendation?
Yeah.
Recommendation? This is this month campaign.
I met a young Japanese guy called Riki, who studies French and works at this bar. His English was really good. We then later exchanged contacts, and perhaps we would meet up again this week. And with that, I felt my first day in Tokyo was well accomplished. Day 3. I woke up surprised to see that my friend named Thomas I met 3 days prior to me traveling to Japan that I met on VR chat took the time to meet up with a stranger, me, that he has never met in his life before. We agreed on meeting up at the Asakusa Shrine. Unfortunately, it was a bit rainy, but that wouldn't stop me from having an awesome day in Tokyo.
Hi. Hey, thanks. That's me. Hi. Good to meet you. Yeah, finally. What should we do? I'm down for anything, really. So, are you hungry at all? I am hungry. I haven't had breakfast. Oh, shit. Then maybe we can get something to eat first. Sounds good. I was gonna go to that soba place. I'm gonna look up where it is. Yeah, I'm gonna just go on the here. Yeah. You don't have an umbrella? Unfortunately not, no. I can purchase one perhaps. I want to film this stuff, but there's so many umbrellas.
Turns out my friend Lithium and me get along quite well, so he showed me around the area.
So you could just say, 私はダニエルです.
Daniel des. Okay,
Yeah,
that was like the first I ever heard, and then so many people told me different things, and I always like changed it, but it's des at the
Yeah.
end.
Um,
Daniel des.
That's just the end of a sentence, and it doesn't have to do with the name, like San or Kun.
Yeah, it's like period or.
Yeah, it's like kind of like period.
Oh, it's like ka. It's like the question mark, right?
Yeah, it's similar.
Okay.
So like, if you want to say, am I Daniel? You can say, 私は Daniel ですか? This is like a weird sentence, but like, grammatically it's correct.
I'm Daniel?
Yeah,
Question mark?
am I Daniel?
Am I
Question mark.
Daniel?
Yeah, 私は Daniel ですか?
That's ka. That's so cool.
And
So do you know what the typical procedure would be of like throwing in the coin?
well, you throw in the coin. And I think you're supposed to bow.
To bow, okay.
Yeah, and then I usually just pray for my good health, and I, and then when I leave, I bow again.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that. Is it common?
Afterwards, we went to an outdoor mall that has a roof to do some exploring. I've always wanted a real kimono, so I figured out today was the day I'm gonna get one.
When she fits, that is just...
Is this recording?
Yeah, no, it is recording. Don't worry about it. Even if you were to drop it, it would probably take it. You can't hold it anywhere wrong except on the cable.
はい。
いいですか？
あ、いいですよ。
とりあえず形だけ。これが
I can tell it's gonna be expensive.
She said the belt was 1,600, so about, I don't know, 14 euros maybe?
こんな感じ。
Okay. ありがとうございます。
I guess
Lithium tried to explain to the woman at the counter where I'm from, what I was doing, and how we met. She was quite surprised.
日系人が多くて、はい、それで老人ホームがあったり、なんか日本のそのなんていうんですかね、文化館みたいな、はい、それお祭りとかやってて、ちゃんと屋台まであるんです。
すごい本格的。じゃあもう海外なことを忘れちゃうくらい。
それぐらい日本人いましたね。結構留学先としても人気な街で、はい、
なるほど、安心ですもんね。必ず言葉も通じてというか。
We may enter.
Time for some more food, but this time at a local's recommendation with Japanese menus only. On to Tammy floors.
I have to.
What's the fountain?
You know how when you cook noodles, there's excess water when you boil the noodles, which is this is what it is.
And you can pour it back in.
Yes, you pour it in the soup, which you're supposed to. Well, at least for me, because you don't have the concentrated sauce.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so after I finish eating, I put the soba boil water into the concentrated sauce, and you can drink it like tea.
Like tea. Ah, okay. I'm gonna take time to get my kimono.
お待たせしました。すみませんでした。ありがとうございます。またバトンタッチをさせていただきます。何度もごめんなさい。すみません。
So, is it a golden poop or a golden nugget?
Beer company.
A beer company?
So it could be like. I have no
commercial.
idea. Actually.
Good commercial either way.
Totally agree.
Like the whole point of it, make people wonder what it is, you know? Like,
Yeah, when they start looking up what it is.
yeah, exactly. And they find out it's like about beer and like.
And finally, we went to a little museum of abstract arts. We decided to meet up tomorrow again with a friend of his as well. In the evening, I headed back to my Airbnb and to a local bar that was directly beside it. Not gonna lie, this was like the worst chicken I've ever eaten. However, I had a very nice encounter with a Japanese guy and her boss that were having a drink after work. Unfortunately, I don't have any picture, but it was a good time. Day 4, I went to Shibuya Square, one of the biggest human crosswalks in the world. There I met up with Lithium. and his American friend, Cube. He has been in Japan already for half a year and speaks a lot better Japanese than I do. We had an appointment at a very formal maid cafe.
Have you guys ever been to one?
I've been to
Well,
this.
you've been to one.
I've been to this same store.
I've been to, it was a maid cafe, but it wasn't really a maid cafe, so.
Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to film much in there, but we did pay for a picture and a little performance.
Yeah, let's go. めっちゃ可愛い。ありがとうございます。
So many people. By the way, you should come on Friday night, Saturday night. This is fucking
What about on Halloween?
Halloween. It's gonna take 10 minutes to cross.
Moving on to some more shopping, but not buying. Looking at all the funny and intriguing products Japan has to offer.
Oh, there are the Nico outfits. There we go. Join the maid cafe.
Greetings into the camera.
Now we were heading to a different station in Nippori to meet up with Riki and his friend named Taiga as well. I managed to convince Lithium and Cube to come along too, to meet yet another two strangers, one that I only met a few days prior.
Handshake?
Yeah, anything should work. This pump should work. But I think handshake is more common.
Handshake is okay.
But like
This one or this one?
not this one.
Okay.
Not that one. Don't do that with Jack. They'll be so confused.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
Oh, hi.
こんにちは。Nice to meet you.
トーマスって呼んでください。
トーマス。あ、ジェイコブです。リキ。リキです。リキです。
My name is Taiga.
タイガー。
Taiga. Let's go. Yes. よろしくお願いします。
日本語ペラペラや。
すごく日本人だね。すごく日本人。すごく日本人。
私またにいる。
ああ、ダニエルさん。ダニエルさん。言ってた。なるほどね。じゃあ行きますか。別に。
First time?
After introductions, we got along surprisingly well and headed over to the local famous spot called Yanakagiza and the Nezu Shrine.
ああ、確かに。
この道だね。あ、取られてる。スカスカと入ってきた。
Being fit.
Do you dare to walk through?
Me?
Yes, do you want
Out of all these guys?
Yeah. Oh, look at you go. Oh. It's going through. Next one.
Hey, that is pretty cool.
Wow.
You're watching you.
Cool.
Donation?
Donation?
It's good.
Ah.
It's suitable.
Ah, the same one? Okay, this one.
This 5 yen is better to put in.
So,
そう、なんて言えばいいんだろう。5円があるか
5円って英語なんて言うんだろう。So this is goen, right? 5 yen.
Right.
But it's also the same sounding word as like なんていうのgoen? Opportunity? Like good opportunities.
ら。あー、good opportunity.
Good opportunity.
5円 means good opportunity.
Good opportunity.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard to explain.
So I'll throw it in for good opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
仏教 is 仏教 Buddhism. でも仏教と
関係ないじゃないですか。
関係ない. Even for you, for being here, it's special?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool. How you think so? No, it's
But more
pretty awesome.
specifically view in the terms of like scenery.
Really? Yeah, I guess like big city and they disappear after a while, right? I guess. So, oh no, he has left his marks here. Don't say anything, because I'm Austrian. So we don't do that.
And your great great uncle.
Oh my god, can you explain that to him?
マンジャンあれってナチスドイツがさ
あ
そうそうそう使ってたじゃん、英語だと違う名前だけどでヒットラーってほとんどオーストリア人なの、ドイツ人じゃなくてあれになって第二次世界大戦も起きてなかったのかもしれないっていうそういう話そういうことか、
Wait, you
でもその
denied
直
admission
接的
to...
な因果関係
Yes,
は
my
そう
so
ネタにし
my
てるだけなんだけど
great uncle was the headmaster or director of the Vienna Art Academy in 1907 and was part of the group, or like he was the headmaster and was part of the people who decided that he wouldn't get to the academy.
So if he did get in, you think like it could have been different?
Yeah, maybe he was an artist.
No, I think given the circumstances from after First World War, I'm pretty sure, or like undeniably a Second World War would have happened, but probably not to that extent. So, but
Don't say that, bro. Don't make me.
Just 5 boys, I mean, men, that just met up an hour ago walking around in Tokyo looking for a bar to go to. Of course, the only place that came in mind was Amiyayu Kocho, the nightlife cyberpunk-esque environment.
酔っ払いましょう。
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 350だったらいい。
It feels like cyberpunk a bit.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm barbecue here. Taito Station. Oh, okay, I didn't. How did that go? Oh.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
あれじゃあはい乾杯乾
乾杯。Cheers.
So in Austria we have a saying when you, well, we call it Prost. Yeah, and we say if you don't look in each other's eyes when you Prost, your children will be ugly. That's the saying in Austria.
I thought you were gonna be gay or something like that. Okay.
To say Prost, yeah, exactly. Prost? Prost, yeah. Prost. Prost. Prost, yeah. Prost. Yeah, perfect. Wow.
Is that different from the cheers
Prost.
words?
Prost and Prost.
Is that different from the cheers words?
Cheers?
Yeah, when you say kanpai in German.
You say Prost?
Oh, is that the same word?
Yeah, it's the same
It
word.
just sounded different to me from
No,
the
Prost.
first time you said it.
Cheers. Dude, I'm scared. I'm scared, yeah, because it's true. That's it?
We found a pretty cool dine-in, but after spending a little time there, we decided the price were just a bit too high for comfort and went to a second place that sells everything on the menu for 200 yen.
高円寺の方。高円寺。最寄りは高円寺じゃないかな。
You're gonna go sus. You're like,
Go on here,
This was one of the coolest days I've ever had, under the motto, seek discomfort. But unfortunately, every cool day has to come to an end.